Greetings and welcome to the Windy City Woodworks shop. I've just finished a bowl made from Western red cedar. This is my first YouTube presentation, so it could be a little rough, but we'll give it a go. Anyway, this Western red cedar burl was pretty rough, was missing some bark. Most of the cambium was dead. It had been sitting and drying for probably close to a year outside, and so today I finished the bowl after a couple days of work in the shop, and the finished bowl is about 12.5 by 3.25, and I will show you how I spent the past couple days, what I started with, and what the finished product looks like. So welcome to Windy City Woodworks, and I hope you enjoy it. Stick with me and we'll see how this goes. Thanks. Alright, here's what I'm starting with. Got a red cedar burl. It had quite a variety of extraneous stuff on it. It's also got a big hole in the side of it, so that looks like it's going to go all the way through the bowl. I've got a hole drilled for the wormwood screw. I've got it rounded on the bandsaw to approximately 14 inches. And we'll get it mounted up. It's a little heavy on one side, but I think we can make that work. I've got my old fire department mask that I pump fresh air through. See if we can get going here. Got a 5/8 inch hole gouge. Well, okay, my battery died yesterday, about 5 minutes into it, so I got it rounded up. I got a mortise cut in. I got a basic shape here. I'm going to do a little sanding on it, and then I'll flip it around and mount it on the mortise. And I won't put you through all the sanding. So I did find a couple of small cracks. I put some CA on them to keep them from opening up anymore. See if I can hold them together with that. But then I'll just be starting with 80 grit, and I'll sand to at least 320 after I get my mask on. Well, this big hole here is making a nuisance of itself when it comes to the sanding, so I'm having to sand around the hole. And then I can spin the lathe for everything that's outboard of the bottom of this hole here. So I'll continue with the sanding. Well, I got it sanded to 400 grit. I made it all the way up to 330 or 320, and I didn't like how it came out, so I went back to start it over again from 180, and now I brought it on up to 400. So now I'm ready to take it off the wormwood screw. It came out, it's a pretty nice shape from what I started with, but I'm ready to put it on the mortise and go from there and see what we got. This hole that goes all the way through it is going to be kind of a nuisance, but we'll see what happens. I may decide to fill it partway while I'm here, but I know the hole is going to go all the way through. There it is. There's one end of it right there, and it's that big on the other end. So we'll see. Looks pretty good. Get my mask on and my 5/8 hole gouge. And we got clearance. So we'll see how we go here. Well, you can see that big hole in the back is showing itself in the inside of the bowl now. I'm going to have to decide whether I'm just going to keep it in there or whether I'll fill it with resin and sawdust but I'll cut some more and see what happens. But there's definitely, I don't know, I don't think it's going to come, the bowl will come apart, but I don't know whether I'm going to want a hole in the bowl either. So I'll keep after it and see what happens. Ooh. Starting to look like something now, but that hole in the back is starting to show itself a little bit more. I'm about a quarter inch on the sidewall. But I'm down to almost an inch thick here. I've got another ½ inch to go on the bottom. I'll mask up and, well, maybe I'll put an edge on this chisel. Here we go. Get some on the outside. This really makes the grain stand out. On that right. Not there. All right. Okay, I got my Howard feed and wax on here. Bolts all signed and finished up. And feed and wax has a nice kind of a muted semi-gloss finish. And there it is. Now, there's the shape of it. From a pretty rough burl to a finished bowl. You never know what's inside the bark until you start spinning it. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.